Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph, and anyone who's new, because I've got a few new subscribers, again, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at my Cotoneaster that Gavin over at Not Another Bonsai channel, he set a challenge over in October, Halloween actually, to create a landscape or a tree and make it all spooky. And I did a Cotoneaster, and we're going to work on it. As you see, it's just here. I'm going to go get it in just a second. We're going to work on it, and all we're going to do today is just take a look at it, neaten it up, because all that moss that I put on it is grown up the trunk and is now starting to get to a point where it's if we leave it on too long, it might start rotting away at the trunk. So I've got to start working on that, pull it back, and it's grown out a little bit too wide, and I need to pull it in a little bit, and some of the new growth is growing from where we don't want it. So little snip, snip, snip. So let me just get it, and I'll give you a quick look. Bear in mind, this thing is bloody heavy. As you can see the size of it. Oh, there we go. So, as I say, I'm going to be leaving the playlist to this, the original playlist that Gavin set me the challenge for. I'll leave it in the link in the description, so if you want to go check out how I made this, it'll be in the link in the description, and just click it and it'll take you through to the video. Go watch it because it's awesome. It's got all spooky skeletons at the bottom. Check it out. So as you can see, all that moss is growing up the trunk, so I want to take that off today, and I need to make a decision because I've got a branch growing up in a place I don't want it. I can't point to it because this thing weighs a ton, but it's where my nose is. It's round about here, and I've just got some trimming to do just to put it back in shape. So I'll get it on the bench and give you a proper whirl so you can just see how awesome this thing is. So we'll get into that now. This weighs some, that weighs some kilograms, I'll tell you. I don't know, that probably weighs about 15-20 kilograms. Right, let's get on the bench. So I'm going to start by giving you a nice little whirl of this. So as you can see, everything's quite overgrown. So I've got moss all the way along the front. And it's grown all the way up to well past the trunk where it splits off into two. I need to remove this branch here. Possibly going to leave this one here for the time being, and I've got a little one here growing off. I want to remove this. This branch, I've decided I want to remove it. I've got this one growing over. I'm probably going to take this top section off and let it grow here. This section here is impeding. I've got a dead berry, just take that one out. I definitely want to take this one out. So if I move this one down, just take it out the way, it opens it up a lot better. So I want to just snip that off. This, as I say, I probably do, well, maybe reduce it a little bit. I'm not 100% sure on it yet. But once I get rid of this, I'll make that decision. This section here, I'm just going to snip it back. Like I said in the previous video, it's just coming too far, but with it being Halloween, I did like how spooky it looked. I've just need to come along and clear up the rest of this moss. This moss is, as it's got very leggy. It looks more like long grass now. If you were smaller and you're coming through, where this section over here is quite nice. I did put more moss down as well from the last video, so the moss goes all the way around the back now. It's grown in so far that some of the skeleton skulls have actually disappeared or are disappearing in there. This one right at the back actually is actually so overgrown. As I say, that is disappearing in there, and then I've got some of this horrible moss, not moss, some of this pull it out. Bring it in for you just there. I've got some of this, I always forget what it's called. It'll come to me in a minute. But anyway, that's a sign it's maybe not draining too well. I think that's because the moss is a bit too long. I need to just get rid of that. Oh, excuse me. So I've got a bit of that just around the moss area. I just need to start removing. So I'm just going to take bits of that off. There's not an awful lot of it. Just bits here. Just going to start taking out. Clear this up. And then I've got a tiny bit just in the moss here I want to get out. Try not to disturb the moss too much. And take that weed out of there as well. And I've got some Scotch moss I need to take out. So if I don't take that out, that will take over and it's awful stuff. Just coming back here, there's more of it. So let's start removing this moss from up top. I'm going to start scraping and peeling at it. Plug it away. It comes away pretty simply, just by scraping. Not too harsh, and then as you get a big mound of it, just pull it off and it comes away nice and easy. And then any stubborn bits that are left on it, I will revert to a toothbrush, bit of water, and that should just take the rest of it off. There we go, just like that. So I'm just going to continue going around, just doing this. So this shouldn't be too much of a long video. And when we get to the bottom, just going to trim it up. So as I say, the length of it itself is getting a little bit unruly. It's starting to look more in the way of long grass. It should be looking like moss. It's a shame they don't do small lawnmowers. Just give it a nice lawnmower. Instead of making do with a pair of scissors. I'll tell you what, this moss has grown in really well since we've carpeted it. We've got just a small weed there as well. Get that rid of. Get that gone. Let's watch this guy's toes. Sure that's all level in. I'll go ahead and finish cleaning off this moss with my toothbrush and a bit of water. Over there, as I say, I was getting rid of this one, so let's snip that out and we can try, now we're here, neaten that bump up. So as you can see, that's all the moss all cleared up off the trunk, so it's looking heaps better already. So it's nice and flat, spread out nice and even. Everything's nice and clean there already. You can see the skeletons a lot better already, just off that little trim alone. Tree trunks there are all looking better. So let's start making a move on this section. So just here, the branch comes right across my little man's face, and we named him Skeletor. So I'm just going to take this branch off, just so we can see Skeletor a little bit better. And then also I've got the branch going right back. So I'm just going to come to the back of the branch, and I'm going to snip just there, and then just in between it as well. I just need to clean it out. There we go. It's a hell of a lot better now. You can see Skeletor all in all his glory. See his eyes, and then this section can now grow coming forward and also coming backwards. If I zoom you in a little bit, there you go. See what I'm doing? This branch here goes up, is actually interfering. I'm going to remove it completely just at this section here. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do that. There we go. So now that's opened that section nicely wide. From, if I move it there, you can see straight through the back of the tree. It's actually a lot better for you to see, actually. Straight through. Also gives this branch here, if I just angle you up a little bit, actually gives this branch a hell of a lot better. Makes it a lot better in the design of the tree. Also allows it to be more conical if we grow in further upwards off this section here. I've got a branch on the side here, so I've got this one, and then if I just move it out the way, I've got this one and this one that grow together. I want to take this section off, so if I just spin it around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So this one here, I'm going to take it off because it grows upwards. So if I just come in just there, and I move it back, and then just at the bottom where it's dipping down again, I'm just going to take that section off. And take that off. And that one. So again, it's all about tidying it up. So now the branch flows, comes down, and then it starts to peak up a little again. While I'm here, I'm just going to remove these dead berries. Just there like that. I've got some sections that are growing up. I'm just going to nip them off. We don't want those. This branch here, so this one is actually growing back on itself. So if I spin it round, so you face on, so it's this one here grows in. If I just move it out of the way, you'll see I've got another branch here as well. So I need to make a decision on what I should be doing. And I think all I want to be doing is just coming back, taking it there. And then this one, I should be taking that back as well. And where shall I cut? I think just there. And then I've got branches on the inside and I just need to nip. Just take those off, nice and neat, just to neaten it up. Pull these back. So these branches here, as you can see, these are getting just a little bit long. So I'll turn you can see they're here and they're just coming out of the silhouette of the tree. Only by a little bit, so I'm just going to pull them back in. Just like that. And I'm just going to come in. Now it's a shame to get rid of all these flowers. These grow upwards. Anything grows upwards or grows out. This one needs pulling back. And I'm going to pull it back in to here. All this that grows upwards we're going to take out. This branch grows across the tree. Don't know if you can see that. Maybe I should change the angle of the tree. Can you see this? This one here. This one here grows across and up. So I'm just going to come in and take that out. It's not doing nothing for it. Might look good. I've got one right at the bottom as well, the base. So that one I took out earlier might have looked good while the tree was spooky and in Halloween, but for a proper bonsai we have to get rid of it. Making proper bonsai decisions now. So just off camera I made a couple more snips on the tree, just neatening it up, but we'll start with the moss. So the moss that represents grass, you can see. You can imagine a lawnmower just went through, give it a nice neat cut in the graveyard. You can see all the skeletons now. Let's just get rid of that. You can see all the skeletons now, especially my little man here. So the liverwort, which we couldn't remember what it was called, that's what it is called. Liverwort has now gone. And we've gotten rid of that. I do have some leaves still left over. And all the other weeds have been plucked. So everything's looking nice and neat. I went around the edges with the other one. I've got some more leaves I need to get rid of. I neatened up the cut mark here. So we start with this one. We remove the big branch here, which if I now get you on this angle, you can see right through the tree. We did some snips just here, which brought back, well, I cut back just in the middle. I got my poker. I had a little branch just here. Took the middle out, and I've also removed this one because it went all the way around. And then just same at the back, we took it out here, which went all the way around this way. So that's neatened that up. I've got a branch just here, which I think we might have to try and wire, or at least just guide it. I want to put it in this sort of direction. By doing that, if I just bring you up over, you can see that there is like a large gap. Let me just slide this one closer to me. Just at the back, there's a large gap. Just here. And we need to fill this up. If I move this over here, this will start to fill in as it backbuds. And we can fill that gap. What we really need to do is this leader just here. This needs to produce some shoots over this way and more at the back of the tree to fill the gap. But for now, if I move it that way, that starts to fill in. So that's where we need to go with it. I also, if I come down here, I did decide to pull that back a little bit more. I felt it was too far out the canopy of the tree, and I reduced these ones as well by splitting them off further. So now I've got a defined 2 branching off the one. I've also got one here and then this branch here now is divided into two, then it splits to two again, and the same with this, it goes here and here, and then I've got this branch up here. This branch, if I get in here, I'm probably going to remove in the future, this one just here. So if I look straight on, I've got a little branch here that I probably might use, and then I might take this one out. So yeah, that's what it'd look like without it, and I think that's the way to go. But for the time being, I'm just going to leave it on, and it'll help. I just get you in a little bit better. It's going to help heal that over, but I just need to nibble that around because it's sticking out, protruding. Yeah, I'll do that just off camera. There's no need to do it now, but it just needs nibbling away a little bit better. So leave that on for a little bit, help heal that off, help heal that up, and then I'll remove it, and I'm just gonna have that branch just there. What else have we done today? Just pulled everything else back, nice and neat. I might use this lower branch just down here and remove this one at a later date. I'm not too sure, but there you go. There's that big gap just at the back here. You can see right in this section. We need the leader to produce some back branching here, but as I say, this leader is predominantly grown up this year, further on from when we grew it last year. So that's put on quite a bit of growth, and you can see it starting to shoot out. So hopefully it will grow this way. Where else have we gone? We just generally tidied everything up around here, pulled it back. This is the branch I was just on about. We just need to move it into this sort of direction, I think. Bit of wire I think I'll do. No rush on that yet though. And then this here is a lovely little branch to keep going. But generally, here's the back section of it as well. Everything's been neat. I cut round the corner here just because it was growing over the lip. But yeah, there we go. That's my tree. And if I show you just there, you can now see it's got a nice conical shape to it. So there we go. That's the front, and you can see it's now starting to grow that conical shape in. If I just get you in the right angle on the right front. So that is the front there. There's a conical shape, and then as soon as this new leader grows, some back section, some back branches, and hopefully it'll produce some sort of budding here as well to get a branch, because this section's quite empty. We can get something here as well to produce. Oh, we'll have a nice conical shaped tree, but everything else is growing in correctly where we want it. Oh, well, yes, we forgot as well, we cleaned up the all the nice trunks, so the trunk's now visible, it's on show. Still got my noose there as well. So that's Skeletor in all its glory with my Cotoneaster. So I love this tree, it's great. The Halloween Cotoneaster is all trimmed up and it's looking fantastic. I really like this tree, it's one of my favourites. Considering it was just a challenge and I put it together from, you know, bits of Halloween stuff, and that Cotoneaster that was a massive shrub and I paid a couple of pounds for it, and I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic. So here it is in all its glory. If you like this tree, please do like the video, because it's fantastic. I love this one. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed, please do so, and don't forget to hit that ding ding bell so you get notified when my videos go live. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, and Skeletor says bye bye as well. See you now.